If you could sacrifice yourself,
I'm so excited to introduce you all to the founder of the Single Mom, Casey, Miss Misty Honnold. So you understood and you started to recognize, here's this gap. I'm filling it in these little ways. How can I magnify this? Is that kind of the thought process?
Oh, no.
Okay, tell me.
Oh, no. I was just like adamant about I am not doing the single mom thing. So I was in children's ministry. And women, grown, they're not 6 to 12-year-olds. And 6 to 12-year-olds are like sponges with the Lord. We're not that way. And we got our wounds and we got our issues. And I realized there was a breakthrough. It wasn't.
So pursuing, stays renewing my heart to pour the load of love you hold. God, show me more of who you are. If you could sacrifice yourself again, just for me, you'd go to the end to see me.
So at one particular gathering in my home, I'm starting to tell the women that they need to be in small groups. They don't need to be gathering here in my house. They need to, and I was so noble. I was going to help them find the group for themselves.
You're going to be the single mom concierge.
I am. I'm going to be the matchmaker. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with them and help them find that great group. And so one of them starts to cry and tells me that she cannot be in a group because she doesn't trust people. And she doesn't trust people with herself, and she's certainly not going to trust people with her boys. Right. And so in that moment, I realized there was a breakdown. It wasn't just the church. It wasn't just the body of Christ that didn't, it was moms too. And so I felt an invitation from the Lord, really. I think he'd been inviting me for 2 years, but I got my issues. And I felt an invitation, and he was just like, all I'm asking you is to be a bridge. Mm-hmm. And make a casserole, invite a few women to your house, pour a cup of coffee, be a safe place for them to go on the healing journey with me. And I'm like, I can do that. I can do that. And so that's what I signed up for. And so out of that, we are still making casseroles. We are still gathering women around the table. We are still creating that safe place for them to connect with one another, connect with the heart of the Lord. We're still doing that, just on a bigger scale. I love it. Yeah, so this was in his heart. He knew the plans, and I just said yes. Okay. I'm signing up for coffee and donuts.
There you go.
Yeah.
How big would you like this to become?
I believe it's going to be nationwide, and probably maybe even, there's single moms throughout the world that are struggling and lonely and wonder, do I belong anywhere? I don't feel like I have a place here. I don't feel like I have a place there. They're laboring to put food on the table. So really, I believe that the message that we have for single moms, that message of hope, that they're not alone, that they have a place to belong, that the Lord is for them and other people are for them, that we can raise children that don't carry a mantle of fatherlessness, that we can raise children to ride a motorcycle and banana costume and be comfortable in their own skin and live their dreams. I believe that there are single moms throughout the world struggling with that, and that they can connect with us.
I love that. I love that not only is it just something that you're saying, hey, this is possible, but your life has demonstrated God can redeem anything.
and you're living in that too. I mean, you're a college boy that you were so afraid. I mean, but I love your little stories about. But yeah, you're living that reality too.
Thank you. Now I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm like,
yeah.
I would have never in a million years when I got divorced. I did not see how I was going to rectify that with him. I said, here's this little person who has done nothing in the world but come into it.
Right.
A little person that I asked for. His father and I prayed for him. We asked for him. And then, I could spend a whole nother episode talking about whether pregnant people should be allowed to file for divorce.
Oh, okay, that would be good. I could interview you.
There's some hormone issues that I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so that's a whole other issue. But yeah, like I really thought that I had ruined his life, and God has done the most amazing things with that child.
Wow.
Here's this person that I was worried about, and he's been taking care of me for all of his 20 years of life.
Wow.
He's almost 21.
Right.
So, yeah, it's incredible.
It is.
Incredible.
They really refine us
Right.
and make us into who we're created to be as women. Right? Yeah.
But you gotta lean in, like you just, you gotta lean in. So.
Yeah, and and we do have that choice. And every day was not pretty and leaning in.
For sure.
I remember one day, a neighbor across the street was in my house, and we got into a screaming fight.
I cannot see this one screaming, so I'm trying to picture this in my mind.
And she was encouraging me out of the goodness of her heart, but I didn't want to be encouraged.
Right.
I wanted to wallow in my pit.
Right.
And she said, I just don't want you to stay in this pit forever. And out of my mouth, which I think it was the Lord, I said, I'm not going to stay in this pit forever, and the Lord is okay with me being in this pit right now, and I'm going to be here.
Right.
And I that was one thing I was like, I want to feel my pain. Leave me alone.
I need to lament right now.
Yes, right? Yeah. So anyway, So,
I get that for sure.
Yeah. And so it is good to have friends that care enough about you that want you to move forward out of that pit too. And we need those people.
Right. And there's room for both. There's a time, like you said, you need to feel it.
Yes,
you
absolutely. I'm a big
walk
advocate
through
of that. Yeah.
We have a lot of numbing in our culture, and I think we need to feel.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Job deeply felt.
Oh, yes.
And he deeply took all those things to the Lord, and the Lord was able to come right back around and say, I'm still this God.
Yeah.
I'm still this God, and then redeem it and do beautiful things.
Yeah.
So on that note, we're going to take just a small break, and we'll be back to talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for coming back. We are continuing our interview with Misty Honnold. And before we get finished here, I just want to make sure I thank all of the lovely people at Greater Than Life Ministries for hosting us today. This beautiful coffee shop atmosphere was provided by them, so thank you so much. And I also wanted to take a minute to thank those of you who are supporting the show, whether you've been liking the show, liking the post, commenting, sharing, and especially those of you who have been contributing financially to our crowdfunding. Thank you so much. In case you're wondering why you would need to contribute financially, a lot of it has to do with equipment, web hosting, and of course, production. And this show has taken that many hours to produce. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and supporting us. We couldn't do it without you. That sound means it's time for the lightning round. So,
Okay.
Misty, are you ready for the lightning round?
Okay, wait. Okay.
All right, here we go. Do you say soda or pop?
Coke.
You say Coke?
Yes.
Everything's a Coke?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I've heard of that before.
Yeah, I think it's a Southern Indiana thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, do you put your toilet paper over or under when it's on the roll?
Let me think. Under.
Under, okay. I think you might be the first one. I'm an under.
Okay.
As well.
Good.
Qdoba or Chipotle?
I can't do either, but I would do Qdoba.
Interesting. Are you gluten-free? Or?
I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free.
Alrighty. Okay. Good to know that.
Yeah.
K-Love or Air One?
K-Love or Air One? Oh, probably K-Love.
Okay. Paper book, ebook, or audiobook?
Paper.
Okay. YouTube or Vimeo?
YouTube.
All right. KU, K-State, or Mizzou?
Kentucky.
See, you're a transplant like I am, so usually I'm like,
Actually, it'd probably be Hoosiers, right?
Okay.
You know, in Kentucky, because we lived in Kentucky for 12 years. So
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. Sorry.
don't send her any nasty grams.
Please don't.
Heels or flats?
How big heels?
2 inch.
I could do 2 inch. Yeah. 2
You're
inch
the first
heels.
one to ask how tall.
Yeah, because, you know, I mean, they got some killer things, and I watch women, and I'm like, how do you even stand in those things?
Anything more than a half an inch and I look like Bambi on ice. It's not a good situation.
Yeah. So,
PJs or sweats?
PJs.
All right. Royals or Cardinals?
Probably Royals on that one for sure.
All righty. King James or NLT? Or otherwise?
Okay, thank you. I'm a New American Standard.
New American Standard. All right. I look at that every now and then. Lately, I've been a message girl.
Well, actually, have you read The Passion?
No.
Oh, now, and it is still in the process of being. He's working on Isaiah right now, and I can't wait to read that. But yeah, the Passion translation is like the language of love.
All right.
And so, yeah.
I am excited. I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Laurel or Yanny? I hope that I'm able to zoom in on the face that she just made. After the show, I'll have to explain Laurel or Yanny.
Oh, no, wait. I know. It's that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Laurel.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll put a link into this. So
Yeah, right.
By the time this episode airs, it'll have blown over.
Right.
No one will remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer road trips or flights?
Road trips.
I knew you would say that.
Oh,
I knew you would
yes,
say that. Okay.
yes.
All right. Mountains or beach?
Oh, beach.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. This one decides whether we can continue being friends.
Okay.
Batman or Iron Man?
Oh, I'm gonna have to do Batman simply because this is why my youngest son that rides the motorcycle with the banana is known as Batman.
Okay. All right.
So
We can still be friends.
yeah.
But it was on the brink for a moment.
Yeah. He's got Batman everything, so yeah.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Okay, interesting.
Really?
Yes, even with this heat wave.
Oh yeah, I'd much rather be hot than cold.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook.
Cable or streaming?
I haven't had cable probably in over 20 years.
All right.
So
that
streaming.
answers that. All right. Nike or Adidas?
Wow. Gosh. Probably Nike.
Okay. All right. She just does it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Nike.
The
I want my
swoosh.
money for that. And then the last one.
Okay.
Mac or PC?
Oh, that's a Mac all the way.
That's what I'm talking about. And fantastic job with the lightning round.
That was.
We've got some easier questions
Okay,
for you
yeah.
now, for sure.
Okay.
All right, so I always ask all my guests, outside of the Bible, what would you say has been most inspirational, or what's your favorite devotion? What reading material?
Okay, wow. Love the Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh.
And then with my kids growing up, we read A Wrinkle in Time.
Okay.
That was really a good, magical, wonderful book.
Have you seen the movie?
I haven't.
Are you scared that it's not going to be like close?
No, I want to see it because sometimes I like to see how they depict the characters because we get them in our imagination. And when movies would come out, I would always make sure my children would read the book first because I wanted them to picture it and get an image of it before the movie. And so I don't know that they've shaped me, but as I think back, and there was a book that, and I don't know why, but the book cover keeps coming to mind as you ask that question, and it was called Eagle of the Ninth.
Mm-hmm.
It was, again, this is when I was homeschooling my kids, and we read all the time, and that was one of those historic fiction books that we had to read together, and we just always liked that. So,
Eagle of the Ninth.
Eagle of the Ninth, and it was in the Roman era. Roman Eagle of the Ninth was the emblem of a Roman cohort, and so anyway, so I don't know why I don't even remember much about the story, but
Must have made an impression.
Must have made, at least the picture on the cover did.
There you go. Sometimes that's good enough. That's good enough, for sure.
So anyway, how's that?
No, I love that. It's perfect. We know already that you dug into the Song of Solomon, so that you like that. But do you have a favorite verse?
I do. I have a favorite verse, and it is John 17:26, I think. But it's Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane.
Okay.
And he is, making his dying wish before the Father. And the thing I love about that is Jesus the Son is asking the Father for these things in John 17. And he's asking on our behalf. He's asking on the disciples, but he's asking on our behalf as well. And when I think about that, when I read them, I'm like, Jesus is pretty sure he's going to get the answer to his prayers here, right? Because he and the Father, yeah. And so I think when I read that, I'm like, so these are pretty safe things for me to pray.
Yes.
Because if Jesus prayed them for me, and I agree with him and pray them, I'm going to get them, right?
I love that line of thinking.
Yeah. So the last verse, he's asking the Father, he says, Father, let the love that you love me with be in them and I in them.
Oh, I love that.
And so Jesus is asking that the way God loves him would be in us,
right,
and that he would be in us.
Right.
And I have always just wanted the love.
Right.
I'm like, love is what raised Jesus from the grave, right? Love is the most powerful weapon in all of history.
Right.
And nothing can overcome, many waters cannot quench love. Yeah, so I want that love to be in me, and I want to grow in love.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
So, speaking of love, and speaking of asking for things, how can our viewers, people like me, maybe people that have either walked down that road or people who just see the heart and see the compassion, how can we help love single moms and support the Single Mom KC?
Okay. I love that you first asked, how can we support single moms? Because I think that is the first and foremost question. And sure, you can come alongside of us as we support single moms, and that is fantastic, and I'll share how to do that in a minute. But, I want us to love the single moms that are in our lives well. I want us to be willing to ask the single mom to come and sit with us in church. Church has been one of the loneliest places for me to go as a single mom because I sit by myself. Even now, with my kids grown, I go and I sit with other single mom friends. And, now it's not so much. I get invited. But But church is a really lonely place for single moms. So ask a single mom to sit with you in church. Take pizza on a Friday over to a single mom. You know, mow a yard for a single mom. Go fill up a gas tank for a single mom, or take her car to the car wash, or better yet, I would go 6 or 9 months without an oil change, because that $20 or $25 could always go towards something else. Right. Give her a gift card for an oil change. I mean, these are just really simple. You don't have to get highly involved.
They're so simple that we overthink it. These are so practical.
Yeah. And I think sometimes we're afraid, because single moms, you know, we do have a lot of needs. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just honestly speaking, I had one pastor say, you know, I always looked at a single mom as a black hole. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I mean, he was really honest and vulnerable with me, and I appreciated that. And it is, we can be overwhelming. Mm-hmm. And I just say that honestly, I had 4 kids. It was overwhelming, right? And so, but these simple things remind her that she's not alone, and that somebody sees her. And so, can I just say that's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But again, you can come alongside of us as a volunteer. We have all kinds of opportunities to volunteer. We have an amazing boutique for single moms where they get to come and get clothes for free. You can donate women. We just take women's clothes and jewelry, so they can donate clothing and jewelry. Clean out your closets, ladies. Financially, you know, we're a nonprofit, and we you're building something, and we function and are able to host events for 200 moms because of your donations and because of your support. If you don't know a single mom, buy an oil change, give it to us. We know tons of single moms that could use that. We love to give. And so if you want to give to us, even an in-kind or something like that, we will funnel that through. So there's just all kinds of ways that you can support us as an organization, or support the moms in your life, which supports us too.
I love that. I love that you're willing to take all of those things, like in-kind donations, volunteering. I know a lot of us are in dire needs financially, but we can still help. So I'm going to make sure that I put all of those lovely ways on this episode's web notes, LighthouseTV.online. Thank you guys so much for watching this show. Please continue to like, to comment, to share, to subscribe, to support, all those good things. Before I end the show, our lovely sponsors, they want to make sure that we bless our guests. And so why don't you, if you don't mind.
Can I open it?
Yes, please.
Oh, I get to open it. Yay!
And I promise you guys, before we interviewed, I didn't know this, but when I walked into the place where I bought this, okay, I'll just say it. It was Hobby Lobby. When I walked into Hobby Lobby and I saw this, I envisioned you having someone over for coffee and them drinking out of this mug.
That's awesome. You know, and I love that, because I belong. I mean, that's what we do. We create a place of belonging for women. And so that is so perfect.
I'm so glad you like it. So you guys probably can't see, but the inside of that mug says, I belong to Jesus. So I hope that you use that with many, many women.
Amen.
And that every time they see it, they just remember where their blessings come from, and that Jesus loves them, and that he sees them, and that he thinks they're worthy, and that there's hope.
Yeah,
for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
If you could sacrifice yourself again just for me, you'd go to the end to see me run to you. So I'll run to you, letting go of how I lived in what I've known, to sit